Hello and welcome to another episode of How You Can Do It Too. In this episode I'm going to show you how I'm going to put a tile foyer over plywood. First thing you want to do is kind of lay out. It takes a little bit of time, but I'm actually only going to be doing like a 32 by 48 tile foyer because I'm going to be getting new carpet. And what I did is I just laid this hardy backer board down, and see how it's got the little grooves in it. That's so it will bite with your quick set. And I just got it butted up to the base. As you can see, you got a little groove here, and if you wanted to, you could notch it out, you know, right here next to the base or the casing, and then cut out the extra and slide the backer board back in there. But what I'm going to do, so I'll have minimum cuts on my tile, I'm going to lay it out, and then I'm going to put some shoe mold next to the base after the tile's put in. Then I won't have to worry about the grout line and all that up against the base. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to basically kind of lay out my tile a little bit before I cut the backer board, and let me do that, and then I'll get right back with you. Okay, so what I did, I kind of laid my tile out the width. As you can see, I didn't lay it all out because all I basically need is the width and the length. And what I did when I was laying it out, I got these 3/8 inch tile spacers, and so it kind of spaces them where they need to be. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a mark here and here and draw a straight line, you know, on the side, and then the outer edge I'm going to put me a mark along here, you know, a couple marks. And as you can see, there's little grids in the backer board that helps guide you. So I'm going to have this grid, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out this section and cut out this section, and then once I have my marks, like I said, I'll pull all the tile up, cut the backer board, and then I'll show you how to fasten the backer board for your tile. Okay, I got my hardy backer board cut down to fit, and next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these hardy backer screws. It actually comes with a bit, and it's a square head bit. And what you want to do is see all these little holes. Let me see if I can back up. See all these holes everywhere? It's like looks like about every 8 inches or so. On the end, it's got these little grooves. Right there's another one. Another one. You want to screw everywhere. There's a little indentation on the outer edge, in the center, along this edge, and you want to get them kind of set in, you know, flush with the board, because you don't want them sticking up, because it'll cause you problems when you go putting your tile down. So I'm going to go ahead and get those screwed in, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, I got them all screwed down. What's nice about this board, it just gives you all your access points with the grids and the little indentations. And what this does, again, this is going over plywood, so what this does, it gives you a good foundation for your tile, and for your quick set, for your, you know, your adhesive to hold the tile down. So my next step is because the way I laid this out, I'm going to not have any cuts on my tile, and that's what's good about if you can kind of lay it out, you know, before you do it. And because the more minimum cuts you have, a lot easier it's going to be, and a lot more, you know, look more dimensional. So okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start mixing up my quick set. You can use any kind of quick set. They have ready-made. They have it in a bag where you can mix up, and that's what I'm going to be using as a quick set, because as you can see, I got a doggy door, and I want it set kind of quick. And I'm going to have to do like a little bridge across here, but I'm going to go ahead and get that mixed up, and we'll start laying some tile. And we'll be right back. Okay, while my quick set is standing, because it has to stand for a few minutes, I just mixed it up. I'm going to tell you the way I do it, since I'm a do-it-yourselfer. I go ahead and lay my tile out just like it's going to lay. And then I put my spacers where they need to be. And then that way you can manipulate your tile and kind of figure out, because being that I'm a do-it-yourselfer, you know, the professionals, they'll come in and spread the quick set with the trowel. They'll go so far and then lay the tile down. Well, I'm not that fast, because I don't do it every day. Then what you'll find is your quick set's curing before you get your tile down. So what I do is I lay it all out, and like I said, if you go any further you can, but and then I do one tile at a time. What I'll do is I'll take these few spacers up, I'll pull this tile up, put the quick set on the back side, put the one tile down. Then I'll move on to the next one, put the spacers back in. And also, you know, if your kid falls off the swing, or, you know, you get a phone call or something, it don't hurt to stop, because you can do one tile at a time. And you're not in this massive rush to try to get, you know, the tile down where you spread it onto your hardy backer. So, and I'll show you how I do that process. Go get the quick set and we'll get started. Okay, something you want to remember is when you're down at your local hardware store, tile store, you know, picking out your tile, you're going to want to pick up a application trowel that has the grooves in it, and just you know, whoever helps you with the picking out tile, they'll tell you what gauge to get for the type of tile you're putting down, because these are 18-inch tiles I'm putting down. So, okay, I got my my quick set all mixed up. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to remove these spacers, take up one tile, like so. And hopefully you can see this. And what I'm going to do is put my quick set on. So. Okay, then I'll take it, I hope you can see this, I'm just going to pull it down, like so, and you want to make sure you get it nice and even, you know, close to the edge. Okay, let's try that. So can you see that? Alright, then what I'm going to do is flip it over. Don't push down on it yet. Just kind of get it in place. Put your spacer back in, like so. Get it where it needs to be. So, alright, then check this one. Okay, now I got it in place. Now I can kind of push down on it. Make sure it's all there. Okay, that's where that needs to be. And then what I'm going to do is pull the spacers back out. Go on to the next one. Do that, and I'm going to keep doing that all the way down until I got it all glued down with the quick set. Another thing, when you get it all done, like, I don't know if you can see it over here, but I got some kind of globbed on the side here. Just kind of clean it up, and when you get it all done, you know, you want to just make sure you clean up any quickset that got onto the tile. Alright, well I'm going to go ahead and get these other ones set in, and then I'll be right back. Okay, now I got it all towel glued down with the quickset. Now what you want to do is take a wet sponge or a wet rag and, you know, clean up any. This will save you a lot of headache down the road trying to get this up. Trust me on this. Get up any quickset that you got on the tile. Cleans up real easy, and immediately go, when you're all done, clean up your tools. And if you notice it starting to harden up on your tools, back up a little bit, because like I said, you got time because you're doing one tile at a time. But go ahead and clean up your tools, and do not let this dry on your tools or on your tile. Just get up any extra loose quickset. Alrighty, I think we're good to go. So what I'm going to do is let this sit overnight. I'm not going to let anybody walk on it. As you can tell, I got a doggy door there. What I'm going to do is build a little walkboard going across over to here so the dogs can get in and out, and I'll have this all covered up. But we'll let it sit overnight, and we'll start grouting it tomorrow. Alright. Okay, now the towel is dried overnight. The quickset is cured. What you want to do is make sure you don't have no high spots in here. Vacuum out all your grout. Make sure your tile's real good and clean. And when you pick out your grout, you can get ready mix, or you can get it where it's in a bag where you can mix up with water. But whatever you get, you know, just make sure you have it all good and clean before you put it down. And what you're going to want is a rubber spreader. I don't know the actual name. A float. Got to figure out what the name is. All right. And then what you're going to do is I'm going to dump some of it out. Around here where you can see. I'm going to get a good little mound out here. You're going to work it into your grout, and I'm not going to do the edge because I'm going to have a quarter round put up. It goes on pretty easy. You just kind of want to work it in. I'm going to give you a little close-up just so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and finish spreading the grout, and then we'll go on to the next step. Okay, I got all the grooves grouted, and you want to just keep working it back and forth and make sure you get it in there, you know, smashed in real good. And as you can see, there's a bunch of residue. What they recommend is letting it dry for a half hour, and then start cleaning up the residue with a wet sponge, which I'll show you, you know, how I'm going to do that. But right now, and you just want to make sure you get any big clumps up. Like say I have all of these, but I'm going to kind of clean it up a little bit now, and then we'll move on to the next step on cleaning it up and making sure it's all in there good. Okay, on these final steps, as you can see all of the haze from the grout on the tile. You want to get you a nice clean sponge, some clean water, and you're going to let the grout sit between a half hour and an hour. You don't want it to really, you know, get good and hard on there. And get you, like I said, a bucket of clean water. As you can see, I got with a sponge. And then you want to just start wiping over all the haze and kind of trying to get up all the extra. Don't worry about trying to get it all off in one swipe. Just want to kind of take it and, you know, wipe across it. And again, you don't want this to really get good and dry. And then flip your sponge over and get it, you know, another clean spot, and just try to get a majority of it off. Again, I'm going to dip my sponge in it. And there again, I'm going to wipe outer edges. And I'm just trying to get up a lot of the extra I can get up. But you're going to keep doing this. And like I said, it's going to take you a few times doing it, but you can see. And then I'm going to clean out my bucket and then let this set up for a few minutes, and I'm going to go clean the water out and do it again. Okay, for the final rinse, again, this is going to take several different, you know, processes. You just got to keep cleaning your water out and clean your sponge, and you just keep wiping it over until all the haze is gone. So that's what I'm going to do. No. And keep the dog from coming out in the towel. Take the sponge and then you just wipe. Just keep wiping in the same direction. Like I said, you're going to do this several times until it's all looks good and clean. And that's pretty much all there is to it. And I recommend sealing the grout after it cures. Each sealer has different time spans on the cure time of the grout. Just read the back of the bottle and follow directions on that. But definitely seal your grout. Make it easier to clean. But that's pretty much it, and I hope this helped you out. Have a good day.